Hello everybody, how are we all today? Hope we're all doing well. Hi AP, this is indeed adventure time. We've had a very slight change of plan because unfortunately the sorry girl is not very well. She unfortunately contracted COVID and she was hoping to be well enough to come and join us, but unfortunately it was not to be today. Let me know if I'm doubling up in relation to audio, because I have the joy at the moment of switching from the Switch to the PC, and sometimes that kind of causes all my setup to go a little bit wonky. So I'm just loading in at the moment, so instead I figured I would do some Genshin time with the hubby, because we have a few dailies and stuff that we need to get done. So we'll do a little bit of yeah, bless her. She messaged me this morning, kind of like like yesterday for her, to say that she wasn't feeling too. She said she got it. She messaged earlier in the week to say that her daughter had got it. She says, but she was fine. And then she contracted it, and she says, "But don't worry, I should be okay." And then I think as the days gone on, she's just felt worse and worse and worse. So no phasmophobia for today, but that's fine. We will. I would rather. So for me now, it's 9 o'clock at night. So I would rather her do a little bit of resting and feel better than to rush coming back and make herself feel worse. Now the question is, why could I not hear anything? Did I turn the volume down? I did. That would do it. There we go. Let me know if that's too loud and I will turn it down, as per usual. Oh, no, wrong one. So we're still on Yoimiya's banner at the moment. Heads up as well, I do, in this one, I do have it in Japanese because I do like the Japanese voice actors. But if that's too much of an issue, I will flick to British. Who knew that no audio would be able to make you hear? Exactly. Who knew that if you turn down the audio on your game, no audio would come out? Mind blown. I'm gonna go heal up. I'm going to go heal up for a quick minute, and then I might have a look at the new event that we've got coming on. Let me move that. It's the sexy anime time. Hey Lovage, how you doing? So as I was saying earlier, quick change of plan, and we needed to get Genshin bits done anyway, so I figured why not kill two birds with one stone.
Must me.
Lovage is indeed a mod. She did not have a choice in the matter. No, if it's not something that she wants to do, she is more than welcome to say this is too much. But yeah, we were having a discussion earlier, and I don't like to force modhood on people. Where is the guy? Where's the guy? Ah, there he is. So we are going to have a look at the new event that's on today. The passion of Mondstadt is well founded, I say, more so than I imagined. In fact, even their hilly chills are so very lively. Regardless, Mr. Yug, we ask that you not go out by yourself again. He's causing some havoc. What? Then what about my machine? I'm still missing 1, 2, 3, 18, 19 components. We'll get them. We'll get them. We'll get them. We've got adventurers working on finding them. Just wait here in the city where it's safe. Without that device, it's a matter of inspiration, you understand. What shall I do when inspiration strikes? Go and get yourself killed by hilly-chills, I think. It comes and goes like a belch after a good drink. Really? That's your description? Or a candle in the wind. I think I prefer the candle in the wind. Actually, that's not a bad analogy. I should write it down. I'm sure Xavier would love it. Yes, I'm sure he would love a belch after a good drink. You are honorary knight. Wonderful. The person I wanted to see. Please, over here. Come on, then. Well, allow me to introduce you. This man here is from the court of Fontaine. No man am I, but a daydreamer. This is how we name ourselves. You also name yourselves as Belchers after drinks. I'm not over this yet. So, Mr. Yog, this is our honorary knight. Who was the first person you saw in your stream back? You. Today, I saw yourself. Saying adventure time. Salutations to you, honorary knight. Long have I heard of your many exploits. Of course, who wouldn't? Your battle against the Varlin and Mondstadt made headlines in the Steambird for 3 whole weeks. Aha, if those reporters knew I was speaking to you right now, why, they would be beside themselves with the headlines. Wait, headlines? I have headlines now? When is there a newspaper? Indeed, and you got their sales up to record numbers to boot. Front page, full length, expert interviews up the wazoo, and the best hand-drawn illustrations Mora could buy. You made a lot of people mad, Mora, there. Good to know. First person you ever saw in your channel stream? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. It was probably Sorry Girl. It was either Sorry Girl or Lovage, and I think it was when I was just had told them that I was starting to do some testers about how well the computer, etc., was going to handle streaming. And that was about 30 odd days ago now. Well then, Traveller Mr. Yog, I shall leave you guys alone. I have some other things to handle at the moment, if you'll excuse me. Swan leaves in a hurry. It's as I was told. I thought it'd be one of those guys. Yeah, because I think, to be fair, the Sorry Girl had, bless her, she'd been trying to convince me to stream for quite a while, but because of my computer and things, I was like, I don't really know whether it's going to handle it, but you know, I'll try it, I'll test it, I'll see how it works. So I set up a few bits, had a bit of a tester for a week, and found out actually, despite the computer not being as effective as it is on PlayStation 5 and Switch, it can you're complaining about your computer, basically, yeah. Always complaining about my computer. It's majoritively fine. Like, it handles being able to video game very well. It handles about 90% that I need to do. So the problem is, this is a gaming computer, so it is designed to play games very well. It's not designed to do it and stream at the same time. So the CPU spikes up, and then the ability for the frame rates, etc., just plummets, particularly with certain games like Cult of the Lamb. It's been really struggling with Cult of the Lamb, actually. It's very much been struggling with Cult of the Lamb at the moment. Where did that go? I had a notification and now it's gone. It's gone. There we go. So obviously, if you've been here, my cult is the Cult of Zack, named after my son and his ability to actually create a freaking cult. While we were on holiday, he most definitely had his own cult going on. But yeah, so certain games it's been able to handle. Power Washing Simulator, it's a bit iffy with. House Flipper, it didn't handle very well at all. But so that's one of the reasons that I tend to stream things from my Switch or my PlayStation 5. I haven't really done a lot on my PlayStation 5, actually, because it takes the pressure off the computer, so it's not having to juggle both. It's not trying to handle me streaming and me playing the video game at the same time. I think it's probably something that I might need to invest in the future. Maybe a new CPU or an extra, I don't really know what I'll need. Hey! Oh no, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love Power Washing Sim. There's just something very relaxing about it. As I mentioned before, in fact, I found it so relaxing that I was nodding off mid-stream. Yeah, I am most definitely addicted to Power Washing Sim. Maybe not as extreme as Mark, but I don't really think anybody can claim they are as extreme as Mark with a lot of things. Mark is, bless him. She's got the virus too. Oh, most definitely. As soon as I saw Mark play it, I was like, I need to get this game because I know full well, because we have a jet wash at home, which doesn't help. So yeah, I used to love. I think that's what it is. It kind of reminds me of my childhood. We used to jet wash things like the patio, the caravan. So it just very much reminds me of that, which is why I like it so much. But yeah, my CPU does not handle power washing zone very well. So that might be something that I ask for Christmas. But I would need someone who's a lot more knowledgeable than me to tell me exactly what I would need. Hey, you want these? You want these? I saw it and I don't know. The inner kid in me just said that it's a little bit boring. I think it's just very satisfying. Like seeing something change and doing the entire thing of it. It's a lot better in power washing sim because you don't get covered in dirt. As somebody that has jet washed a lot of things, believe me, you get a lot of splashback.
Yeah.
Lot of splashback. Right, okay, let's have a look at this. What have I got to do on this?
It's really hard.
Travelers must adjust gear components and place these components on columns. Oh, have I got to make it so it all spins?
You do. It's very hard.
Oh, dear. I am telling is like, yes, to be fair, I might ask him and just kind of say, you know, what is a reasonably priced good CPU that an idiot like me could install? Because that's the main thing. Is it doesn't matter how good the CPU is, if I break it trying to install it. Okay, right. Hmm. Okay, so that works. Okay, well I guess 4 needs to be the big one. Okay. Medium? Nope. Cannot be placed on... Maybe a small one then. Not a small one. Maybe it needs to be 6 then? Hey! Did we do it? We did it! I too have this emote. We did it! I don't know what we did, but we did it! Oh god. That's gotta be a small one. Is one a medium then? No. Oh, one's gotta be a small... Okay. Maybe we don't need anything for this one actually. Let's go to 3. No! Oh, for goodness sake, I've took it off now. Right, okay, so we've got one. Now that one looks like it's at the top, so we're going to have to put these on the top, I think. No, switch it to the upper level. Switch to the upper level. We did it! Not necessarily. No, you don't. You just kind of, from my end, people have kind of said, "Oh, I want I'm offering my mod services, and all you do is in your dashboard you have like a specific section where you can look at your followers or manage roles and things, and you can add them as a mod that way. So there isn't like a massive ordeal, but you just have to kind of know whoever it is. I think it is kind of put onto you to know who it is that you're modding. So that's the reason that I went obviously with the Sorry Girl, Lovage, and Retro, because Retro I know is an absolutely amazing mod on Ryan's stream, and he very kindly offers his modding services. So I know that he has that experience, and for my mod services. At the moment, I have 3, and I don't really feel like I'm a big enough streamer to need more than 3. And then Lovage and the Sorry Girl, I am incredibly good friends with, so I feel like they know me well enough to know. That was the dumbest thing I ever typed. If it got to the point where the chat started becoming too big, or if other people started saying, you know, actually for whatever reason I'm not able to do it anymore, which, you know, people can come and go as much as they want, I'm not tying anyone down to anything, then by all means in the future, yes, do you want to come on in? Yeah, I have absolutely no issues, but as I said to Lovage before, I don't want to tie people into things. You know, I understand that because people aren't, I'm not paying anyone to be my mods, so it is all completely voluntary, which means that everything, like, I kind of work, for me, I work with them, so whatever works for them, I'm happy to go along with. If they can't make it to a stream, they can't make it to a stream. If they can make it to a stream, great. I'm not really at the level at the moment where my chats is unmanageable on my own. The only thing you need to tie is Zach to his bed. Literally. Okay, Zach's coming in. Zach's coming in. Zach's not coming in. Zach's in bed. Dan's coming on in now, so you'll see a little thing appear at the top to say that he wants to come on in. There we go. So Von Puff is coming in, but no, you are 100% correct. Hopey.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, look at the cute little cow. Oh, he disappeared.
I'll make him come back. Hang on.
Wait.
Okay.
Ready?
No.
Look, he's so cute. Look at his little angry face.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Explode.
Okay.
So where are we going today, my dear?
Let me find out where my... So, if you
Hi,
don't...
chat.
Dan says hi. So, if you don't know... okay, we're in a Zoomer today. Each day, you can spawn a cow. Oh, yes, it's Arataki Ito. Ironically, Arataki Ito, the cow, is a spirit ghost hunter thing.
That he just has as a pet.
That he just has as a pet. It's a bizarre relationship.
He loves it. He gives him snuggles.
He gives him lots and lots of snuggles. But yeah, so if you aren't aware of Genshin too much, then each day you get 4 commissions, which are usually highlighted as purple little stars. And if you get them, you get 10 primo gems for every one that you complete. And if you complete this game and it's a ghost.
Spooky ghosts.
Spooky ghosts. And after you do all 4, you then get an extra 20 primo gems as a bonus. And this kid is freaking adorable.
He is so cute.
We love little Shota. Back away. Okay, so we want to. So basically, he wants to make an offering to the shrine because he wants his manga artist to create more manga.
That's like the cutest thing.
And it's just the most adorable thing.
It's the most adorable thing in the world.
He's so kawaii. Yes, this game has a lot of ghosts.
It's Japanese culture.
It's Japanese culture, yeah. So obviously, as you can see, we have a lot of kitsunes around, which is the little foxes, fox spirits. Let's go, frightened little boy. So at the moment, he's part of Zach's cult. Oh, definitely part of Zach's cult. Absolutely part of Zach's cult. So the 3 regions that we've unlocked, we've got Mondstadt, Liyue, and Inazuma. This is all that's been released so far, but they're continually working on the game.
Clearly
And
based on real life
see
places.
if you can kind of guess
Which culture
what
is this
culture Inazuma is heavily based on. From the name to the sakura trees,
So, yeah.
to the shrines, the blossoms,
style, the paper walls,
even like the paper lanterns. See if you can guess. Yeah. Texas, yeah. Alabama. Sweet home Alabama. No, I think it's Mexican.
It's Mexican, yeah.
Yeah.
Mexico.
They decided not to go stereotypical with their Mexican themes.
Not one sombrero inside.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Nobody's offered me tacos. So yeah, he wants to make a nice, adorable little offering to get more manga chapters. And let's face it, if we've all read a book or we've all read a manga that we're like on edge for, we would probably do this.
Sorry, Game of Thrones fans.
They got demonetized, yes. They had a lot of complaints about the stereotypicalization. Right.
Where are we going now?
We're going this way. We're going back to the shrine.
I see you leaping.
See, there's also the theory as well. Do you see the little purple thing that's flying around with me? Dan has a blue one, but he doesn't have that anymore.
Look how cute my little blue one is.
But you've got Andorra at the moment, which is like a little water sprite.
Hang on, let me change it.
You go change it. I also have a gold one as well.
I have a gold one.
Let me change it to the gold one.
I'll change mine to... Fair, I've had them for a while.
Where's the gold one? Oh, I don't have the gold one actually.
I have a yellow one. You have a purple one.
I have a purple one, but it's my other one.
Where's my blue one?
Look. So there's also the theory that these are spirits as well. There's a lot of ghosts. So much ghosts.
You're a ghost.
He's ghosts. She's ghosts. We're all ghosts. And then bless him, he wants to know what we think he should put down. So bless him, he likes tricoloured dongo, but he thinks it's going to be disrespectful.
Give him dongo, man.
I offered, yeah, he was sad because the last time I made an offering, they didn't respond, which is so cute.
Don't give him the give him the fancy tricolour dango.
Go with the dango.
Go with the dango. That's what he likes.
I am sure their god would appreciate.
They like it when kids share what they like.
Yeah.
That's some stupid nonsense.
There we go. However, the amount of money that these children have is absolutely insane.
Show them this view. Look how pretty it is.
Hang on, I'm still in the thing.
Oh, you're still talking to them.
I'm still talking to them. So yeah, he just gave me temporary gems and £5,325 or more. But yeah, this is one of the reasons that I love this game.
It's so pretty.
That's freaking stunning, that is.
So pretty.
It's incredibly stunning.
Oh yeah.
Stun. Right. Oh, Jinren Island.
Jinren Island.
That's the next one. So the commissions can range from going and delivering food to go and helping kids,
helping little children.
Yeah, helping little children, beating up shrines, beating up people,
murdering people who were just happily camping until you come along and start slashing the hell out of them. Yeah. Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're just happily sat there on the beach enjoying their day. And then we come along and we're like, go!
Boop. Sorry, I have two friends. Okay, that's fine. Enjoy meeting your friends, and I'll see you soon. Have a good time. Ow. That's rude. They're so funny in Japanese. And then they drop handy things that you need to level up your characters. So you have to go hunting for these, which are just frustrating but very fun. I've done that. Okay. Do you want to beat up the rest of the hangar thingies on here?
Why not? We've already started murdering people. Might as well finish off.
I think there should be some on the island. Is this the right island? I don't think this is the right island.
It might not have loaded though because
no. Sometimes if you've got sometimes if you've got a commission around here, it kind of wipes out anything that naturally spawns here.
Yeah, like.
That's okay. We'll find them in some other way.
There's none here.
There'll be some right at the top.
I can't be bothered to go there.
Okay.
Too much climbing.
I'm just going to switch my characters for a second. Oh no, that's you.
That is me. Don't attack me.
Let's have him.
I actually cannot see what the rest of the
So where is the next one? Let's go and hold up.
I'm never find them.
Oh, there's one near Serpent's Head.
Is there? Oh yeah. Now I see it.
Sometimes if you zoom out too much. So hopefully everybody's Saturday has been good, to whatever extent of your Saturday has been completed.
It's my second to last Saturday of working.
Yeah. So wait. Oh. Shh.
Shh. Steal it quietly.
Yes. Yeah, so Dan has a new job, which means that his shifts will be changing. Oh, that reminds me as well, I will need to eventually update my... I'll have to update my schedule for streaming, because with Dan having a new job, it's going to change how all of this is going to look. Go on then, you'll have to do it, because you went first. There we go. So yeah, here's another commission. Sometimes you have races that you have to go do.
Which is really stupid how they work it out, because, like, it lets you come into that, but then it doesn't let you finish it.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes you can... the way that they do co-op on here can sometimes be a bit weird. So for instance, obviously, which isn't not necessarily a bad thing, there are very limited things that Dan can do in my world. So he can't open all of the chests that I have in my world. He can't trigger any quests or events in my world unless they are related to the commissions, and only then, only certain commissions, and certain things he can start but he can't finish. I need to be the one to finish it off.
Like that race, for example.
Like that race. However, some races he can. So we're going up to the messed up island. I call it the messed up island. I call this one the messed up island.
It is a bit messed up. It's pretty.
It's pretty. It's incredibly pretty, but
it's very dark and grim.
It's messed up.
You've not done the thing to get rid of the storm yet. It was worse than this.
It used to, yeah, it used to be a lot worse.
Slightly better now.
Oh, we got the defense one.
Yes.
So with this one, we have to protect this ley line by beating all the monsters that want to come over here.
It's our ley line. Go away. Stop attacking it. Why do you not like it?
We can use these to kind of boost our attack. Ow.
Sorry.
No, sorry. It wasn't you. Yeah.
It's because you dressed in the same way that they're dressed.
Oh, yeah. So, friendly fire is not an option on this, thank goodness, because if you,
Special moves is so powerful.
special moves as well can sometimes have a very large area of effect. So, for instance, Zhongli's ult would basically, as you've seen, drops meteorite on people. So sometimes that's
also,
not a good
it does
thing.
about the same amount of damage of what our character's health is.
Yes.
Because even though our characters tend to be stronger than the enemies have more HP than we do.
Indeed. So if we aren't careful, okay, that's all of our dailies done today. Indeed. Shall we see what you need? And then every character has at least 3 different things that they can.
Should we do bosses? Should we do the nice people the bosses?
Yeah. They have about 3 or 4 different ways that you can level them up. So for instance, you have the first way to level them up, and then at the end of each either 10 or 20 levels, you have requirements that you have to go and find and locate all of these things in order to level them up. So that's the first way. The second way is in relation to the weapons. So very similarly to the weapons, they also have ascension levels where you get to either 10 or 20. They either have 10 or 20, and then at the end of that, very similarly, they have you have to have certain requirements and certain items, and then you can level them up to the next level. So that's the second way. The next way is artifacts. So I don't have the best artifacts for all of my characters. Please don't judge me. It's still a work in progress. And then each of these you can level up, but you don't have the same requirements of having items once you get them to a certain level, and most of them tend to be level 20 is the max, or level 16 if it's purple. Constellations is another way, but you have to get that character again on a wish pull. If you get them again, this starts unloading. So if I find one, so for instance, oh no, that's a bad one. So for instance, with D-Luke, I've received D-Luke on wish pull twice. So therefore, the first one unlocks the character, and then the second one starts unlocking these. So I do have a couple of C6 characters. So C6, we'll often hear it referred to C and then a number. That is in relation to how many of these constellations that you've unlocked. And then the last one is talents. So the talents basically are just another way that make your character stronger, but you don't have to level this up in the same way that you do with XP or the weapons. You just, every time you want to do it, you have to meet these requirements, and when you do, it just goes to the next one up, which they are also locked via ascension levels. That's a very whistle-stop tour, and then you have an overview of the character, their voice lines, and then also their story, which you unlock as you gain more friendship or you use them more often.
That no one ever reads.
That no one ever really... Some people do, just not us. So we are looking at bosses today. Shall we go do the wolf?
Do I need the wolf? I actually don't know. I mean, we can do them, but I don't know if I need them.
It's always a good idea, because even if you don't specifically need them
to
now...
be fair, we could probably do all of them, but just use moves.
Yeah.
So we can get them all done.
Yeah, the only one that you can't do together is Storm Tower for some reason.
I will do on my own after we have done here.
Still bikinis.
But we could do all of them if you like.
Yeah.
But at least then we have shown the nice people, all the bosses.
Yeah. So let's go and have a look at Wolfie Boy.
Okay, let me...
So Wolfie Boy is very different to how it used to be. I think a lot of people reported a bug, which is because he is ice-based and he is one of the few ones that's in a wide open area. The rest of them are more based around a domain. He's the only one that's kind of open world. What was happening was if it rains, it would rain inside the area and he would just freeze you and annihilate your entire existence. So a lot of people used to say, don't go near it when it's raining. Whereas now I've noticed a couple of times it's been raining, and as soon as you go near the area where it loads, it stops. So they've kind of fixed that issue.
Which was good, because it was very annoying.
Yes, it was definitely good. It was incredibly frustrating. It didn't happen very often. I would basically just avoid it. I think it's about to show us now. So it's just starting to rain. Yeah.
We could do with some rain brewing.
So it's just starting to rain as it's getting night time, and then in theory, as you get closer to it and you jump in, you can see there, look, it has now, like, it's still raining around the outside, but it is now no longer raining in here.
It's also interesting to note that even though we are in the same world right now, it is still daytime for me.
Oh yeah, so sometimes a glitch that ends up accidentally happening is as somebody joins your world, sometimes their timing will be the same, so it's just caught up now.
Yeah,
so for instance, when Zerbon left his world and joined mine, it was daytime, and when he joined mine, it was nighttime. So it meant that he is stuck in nighttime. He's stuck in daytime, and I'm stuck in nighttime, and it can take a little while to catch up. So here is the goodest of boys.
He's so cute. Look at him. I don't want to attack him.
Look how friggin' adorable he is. He is unfortunately a spirit.
Best direwolf ever.
I would happily have this as a freaking direwolf. He is just adorbs.
I mean, he is an angry wolf puppy, but
he is just the adorbs. He is adorbs puppy. Nope. I can meet you around. Oh. There we go.
We don't have to try and avoid.
So he runs round and then whee! He runs, so you got to keep an eye on him.
You can't stand in his trail either, because that was
yeah, if you stand in the trail that he leaves behind, you will receive ice damage. If you stand in this ice trail, you also get ice damage.
Basically,
hey.
At all costs.
Look at the happy puppets. Look at him. He's so cute. He just blew me off the fucking screen. Wait. I ring these around. I just go. You know, I didn't really like Miko when she first came out. I was a bit disappointed that I got her. I kind of regret my decision to not really like her now. Yeah, I think maybe because I've leveled her up enough.
To be fair, I think all of them are really leveled.
Yeah.
If you give them the right artifact and you spend some time with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You need to port. This isn't a game that you can kind of like haphazardly.
Oh, that Dream Solvent.
Yeah, me too. So Dream Solvents are you get one of these and you have an opportunity to get one of 3. It's completely randomly generated. Again, I think a lot of people complained about the fact that they were doing it week after week after week after week and they weren't getting the thing that they need. So they instead created Dream Solvent. So Dream Solvent enables you to change one of them to the thing that you need. Which you do at a crafting bench, which is incredibly handy. Which one do you want to do next?
Up to you. We're going to do all of them. So.
Shall we have a look at Child?
We can go kill a child.
Let's go have
What's
a look
worse
at
than a rapist?
Child.
He's not actually a child.
No, so Child is spelt with an E on the end, and I think it's supposed to be I think they call him that because he can be very childish.
He also has.
We're not doing
Ironically,
it,
we have him as a character.
Yes, so we do a lot of the things that you see here. You can have them as characters.
I am going to fight him as him.
I am going to switch to.
So who I've changed to there.
Yep. So this is child.
Yeah. It's going to be awkward because it's going to be fighting himself.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Okay, you happy with them?
Right.
Let's go. Let's go, people.
Now, the child we're about to fight is a lot more powerful than the child that I'm fighting him with.
Yeah.
Like he's literally just...
Sometimes the other issue that you have as well is the fact that... Oh, well, yeah, apparently your child is a lot very... it's not... Seeing as he's dead. So it's the first part. These always take part in the usual threes. So he has a water one, he has an electro side. So the water one is his natural.
Ironically, the hardest one to fight.
Yeah. His water section is his actual natural vision.
And none of the others actually work when you have it on.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any of this stuff that I haven't.
No, he doesn't. The electro one is they have something called delusions, which is things that almost kill the character, which basically drain the life of the character, and is a way of giving people who don't have a vision.
I think that's probably why the first level is always the hardest.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one is actually.
That's not great. Yeah, and then the third one is when he goes into essentially his ultimate form, which I destroyed him with Kamasato. So that was awkward.
Who do you want to do fight?
Shall we go and have a look at Ajdahar, seeing as we're in Leeway?
Where is it? Where are we going?
Ajdahar. I can bring you in. It's fine. So these are basically the big ultimate bosses, and you can only fight these once a week.
Well, you can fight them more than once a week, but you won't get the stuff for it.
Yeah.
It will let you fight them again.
Yeah, but it will tell you as you come in that you don't have the opportunity to reclaim your stuff. Therefore, do you basically want to waste time fighting it again when you're not going to get anything from it? So it's fire and electro today.
Fire and electro, so we can do some water.
So everyone's just picking his characters at the moment.
Take this guy in.
So these two are actually siblings.
Yes.
Brothers are brother and sister.
Let's take in.
If you can't guess, he's the eldest. Shush only.
Noticed as well, like each land that these characters are from are basically a different version of each other. Like the older Kamisato is basically the Zhongli of Inazuma.
So Ajdahar can be one of the most annoying and frustrating bosses.
But he has a good soundtrack.
He has an amazing soundtrack.
Very epic soundtrack. It's very Godzilla-like.
It looks very Godzilla-like.
It's very, very Godzilla.
Wait. Okay, go.
Oh, run away, run away. I mean, she's got a shield on, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But still, run away. You don't want to get caught in that.
No. Unfortunately, there is nothing you can do to avoid that. I'm sure that said that he was absorbing the power of Hydro. So yeah, if you get struck by any of these without a shield on, you will continue to lose health. So... Oh, that's first section done. Okay, go. So Kamisato can be ridiculously powerful. She can be a little bit OP, which is why she is my usual go-to if I need somebody to end a battle quickly without messing around. The same again, but this one looks a bit different. Oh, get off. Still beat the tail up. Alright, go on then, Kamisato. Let's finish this. There we go.
Notice Noelle was healing at the same time. Maybe she can kill something.
Yeah. Yeah.
That used to be a lot harder.
Yeah, that used to be a lot harder. That's what she said. HP, Elemental Mastery, Oh, I do need that piece though.
Okay, so you want to go next?
So a bit of a tip for you all. Whatever colour or whatever symbols is on this seal before you go in is the elements that you're dealing with in relation to what H2R will be. Because minus Geo, which is kind of the natural one that he gives off, and Wind, he is able to be different. He is able to be any of the others. Oh, also he can't be Dendro because we don't have anything to do with that yet. So of the 4 ice, water, fire, and electro, he can kind of flick between the 2 of them. But the seal will always tell you what it is that you're dealing with, so you can plan your party accordingly. If you did not know that. And to be fair, if you have an incredibly strong character anyway, it doesn't matter. So we have done Wolf Boy, we've done Child, we've done H2R. Let's go to Inazuma and let's do Karen. Her name's not Karen, her name is Signora.
But she's totally a Karen.
But we call her Karen because she's just
She would
awful.
definitely want to speak to Melody.
She is just awful. She's also a humongous pain in the bum.
Although ironically, she is quite easy to beat.
Yeah, she's not.
Put up much of a fight.
She's not. Well, she is a little bit difficult, but overall, she's not that difficult. But they have things in order to make her more difficult. So, for instance, she will constantly run away from attacks, particularly when she's in the fire version of herself. And she constantly creates background, essentially interference, which you were your mind because so if you step in a thing on the floor that looks like ice, you will basically freeze to death, and as soon as it hits a bar that's blue, you'll probably see it when it's coming up in the moment. You need to go to one of the things on the outside in order to heat up. I can show you more when we start. You will see. Right, so she's going to start mocking me. Okay, so she creates this shield around herself in order to protect herself, and she creates this ice area in front of you, which we are. So you can see the little blue bar that means that I am now currently freezing. You stand in this, and it gets worse. You can see it go quicker. So what you have to do is you have to go and stand next to one of these in order to heat up, and then when she gets into the fire half of herself, she'll do the opposite. You have to, these then turn into a nice one that you have to go and stand in. So this is why she's frustrating, because she's on her own, but you have to keep an eye on so many things. And once you go to the thing with see where the screen went blue around the edges, as soon as that starts happening, you continually lose health. Even if you're not actually taking any physical damage, you are continually losing health. Yeah.
And then she does this thing.
Yeah. And then she goes into this, which can only be broken with these.
He flies, she's on your side. Go get it.
I've already just got one. Nope. Yeah, these red butterflies, which you need to collect, and then hit it with, and it drops a shield.
Okay, now we swap.
And then we swap from ice to fire. And she has a fire whip because she is a kinky girl. And then now you can see that the bar at the bottom is now turned red, so this is now a heat thing. So exactly the same thing as the fire. So this now turns to ice. You'll cool down if you stand next to it. Ouch.
Tell them all these bosses are basically the final levels of the stories.
Yeah.
Like this was actually part of the story.
Yeah.
You just get the option to go back and redo the boss if you want to. This is the big battle that happened at the end of the Inazuma arc.
There we go. Ready? Yeah. What do we get? It's not great. It's not too bad. It's not great.
So we could probably hit like most of them. So I know I want to. We want to fight.
I need to go to a statue of the Savon. Give me the statue of the Savon to do some healings. Nice. Okay, and then I guess the next one will be A.
Should we go and use our...
Yeah.
What should we use? We're going to do A.
A and Storm Tower, so you'll need 2.
And then I think we should do the marionette one, you know, in Inazuma and Seppa's head.
Okay.
And we should do the snake for the other guy. So we're going to do 4. We're going to do another 4, basically.
Yeah, but the marionette and the snake aren't big bosses.
I know. But still, so how do we
probably
use
4 then.
Use 4.
So you get these moons kind of dotted around. We're going to use 4 of them today, and basically what that means is you can restore some of your original resin, which you need to do things like mini bosses, which I'll show you in a minute, and some of the big bosses that we've been experimenting with so far. So you're stuck. You're limited to 160 per day, and it accrues once every 8 minutes, if I remember correctly. Okay, let's have a look at A then. I'm going to stick as these 2.
Right, I'm going to take. I'm going to take. Chichi.
Yep, healing.
And him, because he's very overpowered. He's good at the bash.
Yep. Okay. So as everyone was saying earlier, all of them except for the wolf are related to main story arcs. So
the wolf is technically part of a side quest, isn't he?
Yes, the wolf is a character story and is the only one of his kind. No, oh yeah, sorry, H-Tahar, yeah, he's part of a character quest.
She has the best one.
Yeah, A definitely has the best one. Ah, she ran away. Thank you for the kitties. Get back here. She just runs away a lot. She's also definitely one of the toughest bosses.
If you don't have characters with shield ability,
yeah, you definitely need either a good appropriate people, you need an ice person, you need someone with the healing.
And it is definitely better
shield.
in co-op mode.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot easier to do in co-op.
The only trouble is that you can heal on your own when you go into a bag. You gain pauses. When you're in co-op mode and you go into a bag, you gain pauses. So you could be in your bag trying to kill yourself while she is kicking your ass.
Indeed.
You die.
This is definitely one of the most intense boss battles in the sense that there's a lot going on.
There is.
Like, she does not hesitate. She is, she's going after you full fucking ham in all of this.
Like, sometimes it's easy to figure out where she is.
Yeah. And then as soon as you break the shield, she does this little... She just stands there as like a little bit of a rest, so now it enables you to just...
Kill her, basically. You kill her
just
now.
ham everything that you got going on.
Like we did most of our damage.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Because as soon as that shield's up, you're focusing more on destroying the shield than you are actually damaging her until she gets to that point where she's essentially recharging and you can just be like, cheese it!
Yeah, okay, so we can do the 2 mini bosses now.
Yep.
Which mini boss do you want to do first? Well, we're in Inazuma, so we might as well do the one
Might as well.
Team.
We might as well do the marionette one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I was going to say, because the serpent's in the bottom of the chasm. So we're going over here?
I meant like the one that's near the serpent.
Oh, right.
I might just keep these characters. He loads better on the PlayStation.
To be fair, a lot of this is because I have to, in order for it to run smoothly and at 30 frames, I have to cap the graphics. So part of capping the graphics is therefore the extent that it can zoom out. So this is one of the mini bosses.
Sometimes these are sometimes harder than the naked bosses.
Yes, sometimes these can be difficult. However, they have a respawn time, but you are not limited to them being once a week.
Yeah,
you can fight these up to 4 times a day. They require 40 resin per round.
We have sometimes done that.
Yeah. So sometimes our entire day will just be spent kind of flitting between 2, or flitting between 1, and just giving it a bit of time to reload.
We'll go from your world then into my world.
Yes.
Then your world.
Yeah, sometimes it's cheap that you can do that. If you've got somebody that you're playing with, you can flick between their world and your world, and then get them that way. If you want them to, if you want your day to be a little quicker. Any particular reason you're currently in the floor?
Because she died.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I was trying to heal myself, and then oh shit. I don't like that. I think this guy is a dick.
Yeah.
He's harder to beat.
Yeah, this guy can be a bit of a pain in the butt. So yeah, so very similar, you get these flowers. And again, it's RNG with what you get. But obviously you can tell that what you get isn't as much.
You will always get though something that you need from this.
Yes.
So like that, I needed the marionette claws.
So what you need these for specifically, sorry, isn't a bad example. So you need these from the smaller bosses in order to level up their, just generally level them up. What you need from the big bosses is to level up their talents. Again, that's a bad example. A good example. Oh no, I haven't. I've been meaning to do that. If we go to... so for this one, we need to go into the underground mines, and if you go to the underground waterway, that one...
You're going to see some exploration.
You're going to see some exploration. So this is a cabin that's underneath this. This is a relatively new area that resides under Liyue.
Because they thought, why not? Because they basically didn't have the next world ready yet, so they created this one.
Yeah. So instead of working on the next world, they decided to build a whole new area.
Basically, it was that we need more time to make the next place.
So they built this, which is the underground.
You could tell we're going to Dendro Place next, though, because they have started to mention this new land that no one's ever mentioned before, but they are talking about it. So.
Yeah. So each of the areas that we go to has a main element theme. So Mondstadt is wind. Liyue, as you will see, is rock. Or geo, ground, whatever, however you want to classify it. Its proper name is geo, but that's kind of how it actually is. And Inazuma is electro.
And then the next place we're going to, when they release the update.
Next place is Dendro, which is like earth, wood.
What's the name of that kingdom?
Sumeru.
Sumeru, yeah. So Sumeru. So they always name drop right before they introduce the new land.
Yeah. They definitely do.
When we were in Liyue, no one spoke about Sumeru, never.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a thing. And then, like, now that we are in Inazuma, then they're starting to talk about Sumeru a lot more.
Yeah, they won't shut up.
Yeah, they won't shut up about it. They were like, okay, we get it, we're going to Sumeru next.
Yeah, all the people are now suddenly from Sumeru.
They're like, oh yeah, this guy from Sumeru is here.
Like all the little mini quests and the side bosses and things like that. There's 2 people in Mondstadt that talk about whatever's coming up next. I mean, at the moment they're stuck on the chasm, to be fair. So they'll be talking about Sumeru, I imagine, next.
Yeah, the chasm was the last world to be introduced.
Yes.
Apart from the mini islands, which is sometimes go.
These explode, so be careful around these. Are we going the right way?
Right, I like it. Are we going the right way?
No, we're not.
Completely the wrong way. Maybe.
Oh wait, unless it's like this way. Oh no, it's this way. We're going.
Yeah, follow you, yes? I'm trusting you. Where are you? I can't see you. You've abandoned me. Oh my god, I fell off. Oh my god, I fell off. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay, putting a lot of faith into you. Do we have to drop down there?
No, we don't. We've gone the wrong way.
Oh, okay. Do we just go back
It was
to
around
teleport
here.
next? Should we teleport back? You got a chest here.
We get chests everywhere. I thought it was around here.
You are lost.
Indeed, it gets very easy to get turned around here.
The maps don't help.
Yeah,
The maps do not. The maps
sometimes.
just show you kind of like the terrain of what it looks like. It doesn't show you anything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Did one of them dumbasses? Yeah.
What?
Freaking dumbasses are drowning themselves.
Lol.
Because I do vaguely remember coming this way. When I came here earlier. This was the way I came in when I had looked for it. Unless I
Oh.
fell. Oh no, it was this way. Yeah.
Right.
I shall wait here. I'm right underneath you, I think.
You went down the hole as well?
No,
Where are you?
I'm on top of where the roof is.
You
What?
okay?
Run up there. There you are. You ran straight past me. Turn around.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Look, ghost.
Spooky ghosts. Is this it? This can't be it.
Where did we go? Over here? This way?
Hey! It goes up the thing, but that's not.
I seem to remember. I think we have to get to it from here.
Maybe that's where I went before. Oh yeah, it is. That's where I went before, and then realised I couldn't get that way. We need to go
this way.
up here.
I think we
Yeah.
need to go from. I think we need to go from here to
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the exact same mistake I made earlier today.
I made the mistake as well.
It
Right,
gets
we
so-
need to know.
Right, so we need to go up. Yeah, this is it. I remember now. So we go up here, and then up here. Oh, jump up, and then up here.
Bitch! What did I do? The mirror maidens are like
Yeah. They do drop some good loot though.
They do. And they die very dramatically
Yeah.
if you murder them. And I'm like, bitch, you started on me.
Yeah.
I would have just ran past you.
But you were
Left
like,
you alone.
no.
You were like, nope.
I choose death.
Well, this guy, he's gonna get fucked up now. Look at him. He's ready. You want some?
I shall give it to you.
These guys come in like droves and they drop so much loot.
Yeah, these ones are the only ones that will consistently drop
3 or 4
something.
things and they die.
They'll at least drop one thing every single time.
Maybe it's because the treasure hoarders and they've got a lot of crap.
Yeah, probably.
It's a chest.
Just.
Going this way.
Yeah, so
Then
we
we go
get
through
that.
this
So we
hole
go
here.
through the hole with the
That's-
explodey things.
That's 3. Careful.
It's because you set it off.
And I told you to be careful.
I know, but I was running straight behind you, and by the time she finishes her overly dramatic flare,
Oh, I see.
she's got to deal with the
I had
drama
no option
first.
but to set it off because I had to run past it.
I know.
Go in there.
I like riding everywhere.
I wish we could just do that in real life. It would be so much easier.
It would be so much easier just to glide everywhere. Right.
Okay.
Let's not do this again. Let's go. Boop.
Okay. And there is the bad thing we're trying to kill.
Well, that was worth it. Let's try and catch them, and they all ran away, and I didn't catch a single one of them.
Now again, this is another one that runs away.
Yeah.
Really is being about to just unleash like a really good move.
Yep. Like I just did that.
Yeah. But once you get it above ground, look how easy it is to take damage. Probably why they do it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They need to try and make it a bit more challenging,
Yeah.
and they can't really do that if.
That's bad. Now we see it, He'll just try around now.
Thanks for following.
Hey, Venka, how you doing? How's your how is your Saturday? Hopefully it's going well. We're having a look at a bit of Genshin Impact today. Quick change of pace than what we were expecting. Supposed to be having a look at doing some Phasmophobia, but unfortunately one of the people that I was going to do it with isn't feeling very well. She's infected with COVID, bless her, so slight change of plan.
We kill it.
We did it!
We did it.
I'm doing great today. I'm very glad to hear it. I'm very glad to hear it. What have you been up to on your Saturday? Chilling or... I love the fact that my only options are chilling or nothing. Chilling or nothing. They are your choices. Hey, we leveled up. Just finishing my stuff and then ready to play some Genshin chores. This is literally what we're doing at the moment. We've just finished our dailies and we're just in the middle of spending our resin. And yeah, we just kind of went and had a look at all of the different bosses. Minus Storm Tower, obviously, because we're in co-op. But yeah.
So, I think they were the bosses that we wanted to do. I think after that it was going to be.
Because what have we? How much have we got left? We can do one more.
Oh yeah, because we're going to go to video. Who do we want to do?
We can do one more. We could go back.
Let me see, because my last level good.
How are you finding Genshin then? I'm guessing if you're still around to do your chores, you're enjoying it. But how do you find it? How do you do what? Oceanid? Yeah, let's go do the Oceanid. The Oceanid can be crazy fun. I am gonna level up first though. Not level up. I'm gonna heal up. That's the one. Dear me. Yeah, I've been playing this now for random. I found your stream. Well, I'm glad that you did, and welcome on in. I'm very happy to have you here.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm not normally here.
Yeah, so hubby isn't usually here, and to be honest, I
don't want him here.
Don't want him here now. No, what I was going to say was I did. I originally set up this specific Genshin one for streaming over a year ago, and it didn't quite work out the first time, just mainly because of computer issues rather than streaming issues, etc. So I wasn't sure whether to start it again, but I kind of feel like too much has gone past now, that it would be too difficult to start a third account, because I have a PlayStation account, a PC account. No. I don't think I'd be able to cope with a third one. So, I could using a different email address, I could have a third account on the PC, but yeah, that's just too many.
That's just ridiculous.
Two's bad enough. Two is most definitely bad enough. Where are you?
I'm coming. I'm just.
Oh yeah, I can see you.
I was changing my
There she is, look. Come on. Yeah, don't recommend doing 2 in the first place.
And then don't start yet.
So yeah, I'm not one of these people that they constantly restart their world if they don't get the 5-star character that they want. I just kind of go, that's who I've got. Let's move on.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Go.
She kind of sounds like Lisa in Japanese. Yeah.
See, the dub version, she sounds like Sailor Moon.
Yeah. But yeah, so there we go. I thoroughly enjoy Genshin, to be honest, as you can tell by the fact that I A, have 2 accounts, and B, have been playing it for around about 2 years now.
I used to find it very, very annoying, but I quite like it.
Hey. Yeah. Most definitely has its, shall we say, quirks. Yeah, it has its frustrations, but what game doesn't?
Some of the design of the stuff they do sometimes doesn't make sense.
However, you take one look at these beautiful surroundings and you're like, yeah, yeah, that's fine. Splash! Hey, come on man, bring it.
Oh, really?
Oh, definitely. It is a struggle. It is literally a struggle. But we kind of keep the second one because otherwise we only have one PlayStation 5. If me and Dan wanted to do stuff together, like we do a lot of this together, we would not be able to do it at all. So this is the added bonus. But yeah, I don't have much time to play. No, that's absolutely fine. Oh gosh, she's gonna die. I need to keep watching her health.
This is the problem sometimes with this game is it expects you to have all the time in the world to play.
Yeah.
And then it also expects you to spend money to get good stuff, which I don't agree with.
No. So yeah, like Dan was saying, I get that obviously they have to kind of cater to a wide range of people. So what they end up catering to is their whales, the people who spend a load of money on their game, and the people who will happily spend hours after hours after hours, who you'll see them, like, as soon as a new event launches, people have already completed it. So that's why they've locked, I've noticed, certain events behind time frames. So it's like, right, okay, you can play 2 bits now, and then tomorrow another 2 bits will open, and then the day after that another 2 bits will open. Just to stop people racing through it, because it definitely seems to be this thing where people are incredibly enthusiastic with spending so long and getting everything done instantly. Like the moment something launches, people are like, right, I've already done it.
And also, that also leads on to the fact that sometimes it can be a chore to play.
Yeah, so sometimes it can be a bit of a chore, particularly with your dailies and spending your resin. It kind of makes you feel like, oh, I haven't had a chance to do it today because I'm busy with X, Y, and Z, and you feel a little bit guilty. So we went on holiday not too long ago, and we were gone for a whole 2 weeks. And when we came back, the game was like, why have you gone? Why have you come back? And I was like, mate, I've been on holiday for 2 weeks. Like, I'd understand if I'd disappeared for 6 months, but I've been gone for 2 weeks. Like, calm down. It's fine. Oh, that was a weird noise. I went to breathe in, and I think I partly hiccuped at the same time. That was unusual. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Shall I? Oh, did you want to have a look at hunting some stuff? Hunting like
Sure.
Yeah. If you go for 2 weeks straight, then Mia will give you an event. Yes, that's the one that I had. That's the one that we came back to. Fatui? Yeah, for returning players. But I just find it slightly odd that 2 weeks away is classed as a returning player. I don't know. I find that odd.
Go away on holiday more often.
Yeah, I know. I was sat there thinking like, we should go on holiday 2 weeks, just have 2 week breaks.
At what point did they go? You're taking a piss now.
Yeah, when you've done it like 15 times in a month. Right, so just outside Dragonspine.
Fuck you then, go.
Yeah. Oh, no, just outside at the top. So that's right.
Right.
Keep going. Yeah, I haven't gone there yet, but see the
That's
domain
why
just
I'm
here.
looking for you. You go there, then I can follow you, you see. It's easier.
Okay.
Do that.
Great. Yeah, that's the thing that we had, the Stella reunion.
Stella.
But yeah, I just kind of found it a bit odd.
What are they?
The ice one. Water ones and an ice one. So yeah, this one definitely isn't my primary account, which is why I haven't necessarily focused as much on artifacts and making sure that they have the right weapons. And I know that there's guides and strategies that you can have a look at. On this side, yeah, to have a look at if that's what you want to do. If you're primarily focused on the amount of damage per second that you can do, your crit damage, making sure that your artifacts are absolutely nailed, make sure your weapons are the right ones, etc. I'm not like that. So long as they're relatively strong and can hold their own, I'm good. So long as I can continue playing the story without struggling too much. Oh. I guess that kind of feeds into that whole not really having the time. It's just like, right, what can we get done today? Right, boom, done, move on.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a little bit more time, it's not too
Yeah,
bad.
if you've got the time and the disposable income to do that, like, I'm not going to judge you for doing it by all means. I just don't. I just don't have. I don't have that money. I'm a mother of one. Children are expensive. Whee! Go! I thought there was another thing. Never mind. Oh, no, that way. Up here. There we go.
What are they?
So you've got a fire, a water, and an electro. It was nice to see you. You too. Thank you for coming on in. I don't normally play Genshin too often as a stream. Absolutely no worries. Thank you for spending some time with us today, and yeah, we'll hopefully catch you again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you soon. Take care. Thanks. Around here somewhere. Ah, we're over there. Let's go!
I'll go.
I'll go. I'll go. I'll go. Boom. Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he's still there. And then you've got the area. Yeah, doesn't matter anyway.
Much cheaper character now.
While you do that, I'll go find where the next ones are. Oh dear. I'm getting tired now. It's all this heat. It's all the heat. There we go. They are in the... Oh, getting attacked. You fell off. Wanna come in, do you? Just suppose.
Stay with me. I'm just gonna go kill myself.
Okay, you go kill yourself. I'm gonna take the headphones off because I don't need them. I'm making my ears itch because I think it's too warm.
I've just got my around my neck.
Yeah. Oh. Right. Oof.
Okay, I am here.
Where are you?
I'm here.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Where? Rude. You a share?
What? I've heard you. Well,
Well,
would you ever sit on a human?
yeah, that was a weird conversation.
There's no more chairs left. I'm really tired.
If we were playing, yeah, if we were playing musical chairs.
If you were a shoplifter, maybe, or had some strangers.
Ah. Oh, I might have to stop in a minute because I'm getting very sleepy. To be fair, it's like 10:30, so.
You can stop now if you want to.
I think.
Probably do that if you want. We'll leave it at that. We have enough today.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to
I shall boot you out.
dispose of me?
Yes. I shall dispose of them. So I'm going to kick you out now, and then we will do Storm Tower, and we'll do Storm Tower, and then I'm going to finish it off like that, I think. Let's have a look. Let's go beat Storm Tower. Let's go beat the stormiest of terrors. And then we'll finish up for today, because I'm sleepy. It's probably a good job, actually, that Sorry Girl wasn't very well, as awful as that sounds. Oops. I went like this. And we will go and have a look at a raid. So this is Storm Terror. This is the very first. Oh, Zhao's not going to much use here. Let's have you. Actually, no, let's keep you. Yeah, that should be fine. Storm Terror is the very first kind of mini boss that you've got, not mini boss, big boss that you fight in Mondstadt. And then in Leeway it's Child, and then in Inazuma it's to start off with it's Signora, and then by the end of it you've then also got to fight A's puppet. So you've got quite a few. Ooh, big chair. I'm wondering whether we should swap chairs. So he has a little bar at the top, which is kind of like a shield. You need to get that to 0. How did you do that in one?
Because I had special moves.
Oh, you had them all lined up, so you sort of went, right, off you go. Almost. Not quite, but almost. And apply 2 things at you. Things at you to do. So this move ends up like giving ammo damage in the cracks on the floor. However, once you're a high enough level, it's not really worth it. There's no, so they advise you to go to a different platform that doesn't have it. But you get to a level and it's just the amount of damage that it does is minimal compared to how long you're actually on it for. So you kind of just get to a point where you're like, you know what, it's not worth it. Whee! And as soon as you've got a character with a shield, it negates any damage that you do anyway. So. Come on. There we go. Come on, Ayaka, you're supposed to be my main girl. And that's Storm Terror. Hey. What we got? Meh. Oh, we got a Catalyst though. That's always a good sign. Right, and then that is about it. That's all of the big bosses and the commissions and all of the actually let's go collect our daily rewards and send them on expeditions first. Oh, we don't need to do that because we've already done it. We have done everything. Yep, that's on there. Nice. So let's get the rewards. That's our daily rewards. So this is the expeditions, which just basically takes 20 hours for them to do them, but you get goodies on them. So certain ones have bonuses. So for instance, these two reduce the amount that it's it by 25%. So instead of it being 20 hours, it's only 15. Some of them are specific to their regions. So Chongyong and Kuching are in. They're from Liyue, so it makes sense that they are based there. And Kuki is a new one where she enables you to get more. So it still takes just as long as it normally would, but you get an extra 25% bonus. So you can kind of stick her wherever you want. There we go. And yeah, that's it for today. Let's go to the Teapot World. So Teapot World is something that you kind of get a bit later on, and is relatively a new area because some people, they were saying that they wanted houses or they wanted somewhere for the traveller to stay. So instead they gave you an entire Teapot World, which you can customise and build furniture and set it up how you want, and you can have pets and you can have your companions in there. This is kind of a bit of a dumping ground. I really need to kind of sort it out. I just wanted to get things for the correct level, and you get currency in here which you can buy more blueprints to make things, or you can let me just make this first. You can boost your companion points, and then you can buy things for yourself, such as hero books, which are always very much in short supply. This is what you use to level up weapons. This is the money that they use, or you can buy more furnishings or seeds. And that's about it. That's the Teapot World. And you can have some plants here in that you can grow. It takes about just shy of 3 days, but that can be sometimes useful if you've got something particular that you're wanting to level up for somebody. Let's go back to Monster. And I think that's about it as a whistle-stop tour of Genshin. Like I said, I'm starting to get a bit tired now, so I'm going to quit before I start nodding off, or I just keep yawning all the way through. So for starters, thank you very much, Dan, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for spending some time with me today. Thank you for chatting, for following, for just generally being here. I very much appreciate you. Let's go set up a raid. So there we go.